What have you learned from your audience feedback? Once our groups had been decided, we started to brainstorm ideas and then finalise the storyline and the narrative. As a group, we wanted to do something different to what had been done in the previous years in terms of genre. We wanted to base our trailer under the genre of film noir. However, we were still quite unsure. Therefore, we thought it would be effective and beneficial for us to ask pupils who have studied film noir and know what the conventions are to see if our storyline would fit and produce an effective film noir trailer. Based on their feedback, majority of pupils agreed. We then had settled for this genre. In order for us to complete the film noir genre, we had to ensure all the conventions and the mise-en-scène of a trailer was exactly how it had been described. On the screen is a brainstorm of the conventions that a film noir film consists of. Also, here are 3 film noir posters. Researching posters and producing a brainstorm was beneficial as we were then able to look back at it if we were ever stuck on what to include or how to present a scene or character with a film noir theme. Furthermore, we had to also ensure that the characters and the locations we used were presented in a way for it to look like it was set in the 1940s. Our femme fatale was dressed in a long black dress, curly hair and red lips, and had a mysterious look to her. This was how the majority of femme fatales dressed in other films that we had researched. Our protagonist wore a suit with a long black trench coat and a fedora hat. He was also a smoker, and this again is how protagonists were represented in films that we had researched. We used Richmond Green as one of our locations to film majority of our trailer, partially because the scene is set, along with the black and white effect, was effective for the 1940s theme. Most of the furniture, such as benches and lampposts, were quite old looking, which again helped to set the scene for it to look like the film was produced in the 1940s. Also, again with the effects that we had inserted and the soundtrack, it then gave an eerie, mysterious look. If we had challenged any of the conventions of film noir, the whole purpose of creating a film noir trailer would have been diffused and our genre would now be known as NeoNoir, which is a genre a lot like film noir, which began in the 1970s as a modernised version of film noir, using updated themes and visual elements that weren't around in the 1940s and 50s. Films such as Sin City, One False Move and Thief are all examples of neo-noir films. However, the conventions aren't always clear. Sin City is one of the many successful neo-noir films. On the screen, I've picked out a few clips from the Sin City trailer that makes it neo-noir. However, it does look a lot like film noir and a lot similar as to what you expect to see in a film noir film. However, it's a lot more modernised. It was known for its distinctive and groundbreaking use of special effects. Survey feedback. It would have been effective for us to conduct a survey at the beginning of the project in order to get a clearer and better understanding of what our audience expect to see. However, we didn't do this, so we decided to conduct a survey afterwards to receive any audience feedback. I was in charge of producing the survey, and the best way to do it was through a website called SurveyMonkey. The survey consisted of 5 questions, which are: what is your gender? How old are you? Our chosen film genre was film noir. Do you think the genre of a film was clearly identified, and how? What features appealed to you whilst watching the trailer? If we were to do something similar again, what do you think we should improve on? I sent the survey out to 6 friends and family of different genders and ages in order to collate a variety of responses. The first 2 questions within the survey were what is your age and what is your gender. These questions weren't really necessary to us whilst receiving feedback, as we needed to know what the audience liked, disliked, what went well and what we could improve on. Furthermore, I sent the survey out to 3 males and females. This gave us an even number of responses. On the screen is a question that asks our audience if our genre of the film was clearly identified, taking into account that some people that did the survey had no knowledge about film noir. We received responses of 5 people saying yes and 1 person saying no. Linking to the how bit of the question, answers received were: I had to research about film noir before I answered the survey. I have previously studied film noir, so I was able to identify it straight away. The mysterious and old-fashioned look gave away the genre. And lastly, someone said that they weren't able to tell as they didn't know what film noir is. These responses were quite positive, which gave us as a group the impression that we made it pretty much clear what our genre was. However, maybe next time we could add a definition before our trailer starts for those that don't have an insight of film noir. The next question on our survey is, what features appealed to you whilst watching the trailer? This question was partially to collect positive comments about our trailer. Comments we received are as follows. The soundtrack was really effective and went at a good pace along with the trailer and the storyline. The black and white effect and the deep voice used on the voiceover set a mysterious theme and gave off an eerie vibe. The background music was also good and the lighting went really well with the genre. The last question in our survey is, if we were to do something similar again, what do you think we should improve on? This is partly to receive negative comments about where we went wrong during our trailer. This question benefits us as next time, as a group, we know what to change to make our trailer more appealing to the audience. The responses we received were, we could have used a wider range of props, the voices could have been slightly more sincere, less smirking from the character, which shows that they're not so serious, making the genre clearer to the audience, considering the fact that film noir is not a well-known genre to everyone, so it may be hard for them to identify and want to watch our film. From these responses, we are able to gain an insight of what our audience liked and disliked, and where we went wrong and where we could go well next time. In conclusion, we received a lot of good feedback from our trailer, considering we had a lot of difficulties throughout the whole process. We also got a clear understanding of what our audience expected from our audience feedback, which is helpful for us as next time, if we do something similar again, we were then able to know what our audience would like to see.